Alrighty, guys. So we're back. This is Carlos here from Road to Success. And here we're going to go over our trade recap today. So today we took some SPY puts. As you can see here in the Discord, it was alerted at 6:53. We waited about 30 minutes into market open. Uh, we had news at 7 a.m. So we were just kind of waiting. And then, boom, we get a move alerted to the Discord, alerted trimming at 15% at 6:55, and then at 6:59 I was fully out. You can see here fully out at take profit, at my take profit level. And so let's get into the trade recap. So yeah, for those that don't really know what I trade in essence it's mainly like price action with momentum and uh, like just basically price action and momentum. And what is that, you may ask? Well, in essence, price action means price always wants to do um there's a couple things. It wants to target equilibrium and target liquidity, right? At least that's kind of the way I think about it. Price is always looking for areas of interest. So in this case, I've gone over this in a couple of videos already, trade recaps. So let's see what we did here. We had this move higher on the higher time frames, right? On the 4 hour on SPY. I only trade SPY, by the way. And so we had this time frame on the 4 hour. We had this move. Then what happens? We get a pullback. We get a pullback straight to this area of interest, 0.618, 0.5. And what happens? We continue going higher. So it's always make a move either up or down, come back to equilibrium, and continue the move or continue the trend. And in this case, we are in an uptrend. So higher highs, higher lows, right? Here you would think, oh shoot, we're breaking below these levels, right? We're breaking below this. That must mean we're going into a downtrend. Not necessarily. You have to pay attention to the higher time frames. Let's look at the daily. Okay, let's remove this. Let's look at the daily. We are still bullish. Yes, we are breaking below. Maybe we broke below this right here, but we are still bullish, right? We're still in an uptrend. You can clearly see from down here, we went up, and then we're up here, and then we're slowly making our ways, creating new all-time highs. Yeah, so now that we know that, we know, okay, we don't want to be completely bearish, right? I mean, completely bullish. So we see breaking these levels. So what do? We also gapped down a couple days ago. So mark that out. And let's get into the smaller time frames. So we have that. We came into it yesterday on news. I'm not sure if you guys saw. We had news. So we pumped into this area of interest, this gap where plenty of orders never got filled, right? And so what are we doing? We're seeing either we get a full retrace into it and then we continue lower, or we just rip straight through. So market opens up, we kind of gap up, and let me rewind this, right? So first off, market, let me rewind it to market open. Okay, so let's see, market's gonna open here, and okay, first 5 minutes not really doing much, right? We don't got much going on. Another 5 minutes go on. Okay, maybe we're pushing. Nope, we're okay. That's the first 15-minute candle, right? What I call that, or what, those of us that trade this, we call that the first 15-minute opening range. So in essence, it's the first 15-minute candle. We mark out the high and the low, and we just wait for a break of that, right? That's in essence kind of what I trade, right? So we marked that out. It's already marked here. I don't know why this always marks, but we marked it out. And what do we see? We have a fair value gap here, right? We have a fair value gap here on the 3 minute. For those of you that don't know what a fair value gap is, in all honesty, it's just volume, right? It's straight up volume, either to the upside or to the downside. So in this case, we have volume to the upside, right? We have more buyers than sellers. As you can see here, we have no wicks, right? So we don't have any wicks here created that overlap with this third candle. You could look it up. what a fair value gap is, but in essence, or in essence, it is just that, right? It's just when there's more buyers than sellers, or when there's more sellers than buyers. So here we had that, and clearly we are kind of respecting it, right? We wick down, then we come back up. Let's read this move from the pre-market. Mind you, pre-market made a move, right? What is price going to try to do? Come back to equilibrium, right? But don't forget, we never accounted for this move down here, right? So we're gonna mark it out all the way down here. And yeah, we had this whole move. So you could, in honesty, also do this, but for me, I'll just do this for now, right? And obviously we're switching between time frames. We're looking around. So now that we have somewhat of levels marked out, what are we gonna do? Just be patient. Let's see what it does. Okay, we did not bounce up. We instead got another candle that closed down, right? Below this fair value gap, turning this into the 3-minute inverse fair value gap on the 3-minute. So 3-minute IFVG. Inverse fair value gap. Now what do? Wait for a retracement. And I simply target these lows, right? Okay, let's see. Do we get a retracement? Nope. Okay. Boom. We get a retracement there. Partially why I entered here and not all the way up here. Yes, I was waiting for a full entry here, so I didn't get in with my full position, but I marked out the high of day and the low of day, right? We marked that out. Let me move this over just a bit. And so we have this, right? This move down. Equilibrium now is here at this 0.5. What do? Just wait for price to come back into it. Now, extra confluence is when we have equilibrium in line with the fair value gap. So in this case, we have this 3-minute inverse in line with that fair value, with that equilibrium level. But on the 3-minute, we created another fair value gap. That's here. Yes, this one's at a discount, you would say, and below or above the 0.5 in this case. But, you know, you have to kind of work with what you got. It's not always going to retrace all the way up there so that we could get a great entry. Here, you can see we're tapping into this and we react. So what do? I enter. I add here. I added. My stop loss would be somewhere up here, right here at this level. If we don't hold this level, then oh well, doesn't work out. But mind you, I added here. That was not my full position. My full position would have been all the way up here. So in that case, what I did is I added a third of my position here, and then I would have added my full position up here. So two-thirds of my initial add, which would have brought my average cost around here, right? Like somewhere around here. My profit level right there. My take profit. What does that give me? A 1 to 3. Yes, some might say, okay, I entered here, so that means that's my risk to reward. But mind you, I would have entered more, and so my average cost, say it's somewhere here, because I buy here and then I buy here. So my average cost somewhere here. I still get a 1 to 2. So entered, and here we are. I'm in. Pause. Look away. Look back, and I'm already at my take profit level. In and out, just like that. And as you'll see in the Discord, I alerted that, trimming at 15%, not even 3 minutes into the trade, right? Fully out. Boom. And what continues to happen? And we kind of come lower. Oh, now we're messing around, not doing much. Look at this. Legit reacting off of that level, 0.5 into 0.618, which is from that move from like end of day yesterday all the way to up here. That's kind of where price kind of wants to, you know, chill at. And so that was the trade. If you guys have any questions, let me know. If you're in the Discord, let me know. If you want the Discord, link is in the YouTube bio. Free Discord, live trade every day. Live traded this for free, and I alerted it to the premium members. So you can see here, this is what you get. For premium, you end up getting these alerts from me and another analyst we get the Roth IRA. So basically, what I'm buying, what I'm selling in my Roth IRA, my portfolio. We have my Webull account as well. Crypto alerts. I kind of deviated away from crypto, but we could still talk about crypto and whatnot. Then we have all these free education. Obviously, I didn't make these. These are just kind of people I followed. And then we have some more investing knowledge. We have some credit building stuff here for like credit cards, what credit cards to get, what credit cards are good, what they're good for. We're still working on this. And most of these credit cards I've made a few $1,000s just off of them. We're working on this right now. Some videos to watch on like savings and budgeting and whatnot. And last but not least, we have some stuff to build up on faith because Jesus is king. God is great and God is good. So yeah, let me know if you guys want to do if you guys want more videos like these, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. This is a W day, around 20%, nothing much, like 60-70 bucks. One of the more slower days, but hey, profits is profits. So let me know if you guys want more of these. uh Catch you guys later. God bless.